Liv and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So for today's video, I am bringing you guys a new tag that was started by my friend Robbie over at And His Nose Stuck in a Book, and it is the Fight Club Bookish Edition. So basically how this works is, like Rip It or Ship It, I'm going to pick out two names of some of my favorite fictional characters that I have in here from different high fantasy books full of high supernatural abilities and action fighting techniques. And instead of figuring out if these two characters would work in a relationship, we're going to pit them together and see which one would win in a fight. I will link Robbie's original video down below. It looked like so much fun, and thank you again so much, Robbie, for tagging me. So without further ado, let's jump right in and let's get fighting. Okay, I'm nervous. Again, Rip It or Ship It hated me, and I got the worst couples, so I'm terrified to see what we're gonna have here. Okay, so round one. So we have Bellamy Blake from The 100 and Jacob Black from Twilight. Okay, so I just want to start this off by saying I love both of these gentlemen with all of my heart. However, when it comes down to the specifics of their abilities, Bellamy is really, really advanced with like combat and stuff like that, whereas Jacob's a werewolf whose sole reason for existing is to hunt down and kill vampires. So I do think that the winner of this one is going to be Jacob, and I'm so sorry, Bellamy, but I gotta rip ya. Gotta rip ya. That first one was, we're off to a decent start. We're off to a decent start. I don't think this tag hates me nearly as much as Rip It or Ship It does, but I could also be very wrong. So first off, we have Will Herondale from the Infernal Devices, who is a shadow hunter in Victorian London whose sole purpose in life is to hunt down demons. And we have Nina Zenik from Six of Crows, who is a heartrender Grisha, where she can essentially speed up a heart, slow it down. So when it comes to the abilities on their own, I do think Nina would win this fight. Unless he was doing archery, Will would have to get close to Nina, whereas in order to essentially like stop his heart or knock him out, Nina wouldn't have to get near Will. She can just do it from a distance. So I would say Nina would win this fight. As much as I love Will, this round goes to Nina Zenik. Kiss Mary Cliff wasn't bad until the ending, so I feel like I am jinxing myself by saying that this tag is pretty good so far. Okay, we have Rowan Whitethorn from the Throne of Glass series and Percy Jackson from the Percy Jackson series. So Rowan is a Fae warrior who's like thousands of years old, and he's probably one of the greatest fighters on the planet. Whereas Percy Jackson is the son of the Greek god Poseidon. He is a demigod and one of their greatest fighters who can like defeat titans and gods. While they're both absolutely great at fighting, I could be way off, so if you think another person would win this battle, then please let me know in the comments below. But I do think when it comes down to it, I think Rowan would win because he's got that Fae enhanced speed, he can shapeshift to fly, whereas Percy, he can control the water, and he is very good at sword fighting, don't get me wrong. Rowan winning this fight is not by any means me dissing the strength and abilities of Percy Jackson, because if you know me, Percy Jackson was my first fictional boyfriend, and we're still going strong after like 12 years now. But I do think Rowan would win this fight, as much as I hate to say that, because I know like Percy can defeat like gods and titans, but I do think Rowan would win this one. We have Magnus Chase from Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, and Dorian Hilliard from Throne of Glass. Okay, so Magnus is another half-blood, but he is the son of the Norse god Frey, and he has a sword named Jack who can basically kind of fight everything for him. And he can also heal, which is cool, whereas Dorian has magical powers. He's a wizard, I believe the technical term in the world would be. But I think when it comes down to it, because Magnus does have the sword Jack, that unless Dorian were to do something to completely just like get Jack out of the equation and like freeze him or whatever, then I do think Magnus would win this one because of that reason. So again, I love Dorian was my favorite character in Throne of Glass, so this breaks my heart, but gotta do it. Okay, we have the love of my life, Kaz from Six of Crows. And we have Jace Herondale from the Mortal Instruments, two of my favorite fictional men of all time. Okay, so Kaz is essentially a criminal prodigy, they refer to him as in Six of Crows. He's a gang leader, he can fight, he's really calculating and good with like gambling. Whereas Jace is a shadow hunter, probably one of the best shadow hunters in the world in the Shadowhunter universe. Okay, so when it comes down to it, I would say that I think Jace would win the fight if Kaz didn't have Inej watching his back, which is usually the case. However, we're not going to allow that here in Liv's Fight Club. So I do think that Jace would win this fight if it really did come down between the two of them, because he's literally trained his entire life for this. It is literally what he's made to do, and he's slightly enhanced because he is a shadow hunter. So I'm sorry, Kaz. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make these quick because there are a few more left. Okay, so we have Jason Grace from the Heroes of Olympus series. And Clarice LaRue from Percy Jackson. Okay, so two characters who could actually get in a fight. This is a tough one. I put Clarice in here hoping that she was gonna pop up with another character from a different book series. So when it comes to Jason, Jason can fly. Both of these characters are demigods. Jason is the son of the Roman god Jupiter, and Clarice is the daughter of the Greek god Ares. Jason can single-handedly take down Titans, and he can fly. However, Clarice is the daughter of the war god, and literally fighting is all she knows how to do. I do think if it did come down between the two, I do think Jason would win. I honestly thought Clarice was going to be a shoo-in whoever I put her up against. However, because it is Jason, it depends if Clarice would have the blessing of Ares, which is given to some of his children in battle. If she had that, she might win, but if she doesn't, and that's pretty rare to have, so I do think Jason would win this one, and we're gonna rip Clarice. We have Selena Sardothian from Throne of Glass, who is a highly trained assassin, and we also have Mirabella from Three Dark Crowns, who is an elementalist. Okay, so this one I really don't think there's much competition with. I am going to say Selena would win this fight because she does have more fighting tactics than Mirabella would. And Mirabella does have her elemental gifts. However, Selena does also have a couple of things up her sleeve without giving too much away if you haven't read the series. So Selena would 10 out of 10 win this one. Emmett Cullen from Twilight. And Alec Lightwood from the Mortal Instruments. Okay, so Alec is a shadow hunter who is supposed to keep downworlders kind of in line. However, Emmett is a vampire, which would make him a downworlder. And I think when it comes to like what makes a vampire in the Twilight universe versus in the Shadowhunter universe and how their fighting works, I do think Emmett would win this one. Because Alec is an archer, that is where most of his abilities lie, and that's not really a thing that can hurt a vampire in the Twilight universe. So I do think Emmet would win this fight, and I'm so sorry to Alec. I love Alec, but Emmett's got this one in the bag. Okay, so we have 4 from the Divergent series. And Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. Okay, this is another quick and easy one. Albus Dumbledore, he's the greatest wizard of all time, whereas 4 is just really good with combat and shooting a gun, so that's gonna be Dumbledore on that one. Okay, we have 2 more rounds, so we are almost done here. So we have Annabeth Chase from Percy Jackson, who is a demigod and the daughter of the Greek god Athena. And we have Inej Gaffer from Six of Crows. Honestly, when I put these two in here, I worried if they were going to come up against each other, so that's a problem. So Inej she's kind of an assassin. She is Kaz Brucker's right-hand woman, his investment. So she is known as the Wraith around the barrel. She's very sneaky. However, Annabeth does have an invisibility cap where Inej honestly couldn't even see her coming. So I do think with this one, I am going to give this one to Annabeth just because she does have some more abilities that would give her the upper hand in this one. But Inej is honestly, Inej and Clarice are ones that I put in here thinking that they were going to be a shoo-in, and then both of them ended up losing. So I'm a little thrown off, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and our final round, I honestly don't even remember who is left. It is Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games, and moment of truth, Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. So Hermione is a witch and Katniss is a tribute in the Hunger Games, which is a fight to the death. Essentially, it's an extreme fight club, if you will. So Katniss has gone through this thing before and she has won. However, it's not coming up against the brightest witch of her age, or honestly maybe anyone's age, which is Hermione. So I do think Hermione would have the upper hand in this round and would beat Katniss. So I'm just gonna... Alright, so there you have it, guys. That was the Fight Club Bookish Edition. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy it. I do want to go ahead and tag a few of my friends here. I do want to tag Rebecca over at the Bookbound Blonde, Sydney from Sid Bookworm, and Esme at Girl Power. I will link their channels down below. So I have officially tagged you guys to do this challenge, but if you are watching this and you would still like to do it, then boom, I'm tagging you. Thank you again so much for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you had any differing opinions about who would win a fight between any of these characters. Let me know. I would really love to know your thoughts. If you're not subscribed to this channel already, you can do so by hitting that button down below. And I am also weekly vlogging for the Owl's Magical Readathon this month. My next week's vlog is going up on Thursday, so look out for that coming soon. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.